basketball. We'll see Team World and USA.
And I'm not sure if anyone will make some history here tonight, but the Rising Stars Challenge has seen its share of miraculous performances in the past. I'll always remember David Lee going a perfect 14 of 14 from the floor in that 2007 game.
And now the opening lineup for Team World. Rui Hachimura out there with R.J. Barrett. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Clark in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Doncic against Young. The pass to Hachimura. Poked away. Bridges with the steal. And now USA on the break. It's tipped. Doncic with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And the dunk by Doncic.
Doncic using quick, active hands. The fast break started beautifully because of it.
Well, you talked about David Lee's perfect shooting performance back in 2007. Greg, how about Kyrie Irving bearing all those threes? I think he had, 8 in 2012. Both those guys earned the MVP awards in those games.
And no doubt, remarkable nights that were put on display by those guys. Still, if you want to talk about pure explosiveness, though, I think no one has been able to top Kevin Durant's 42-point effort back in 2009 in this contest.
Phenomenal performance.
Yeah. Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
You know, you push it after a steal, there's almost no chance the defense can get back and recover.
Now, here's Doncic. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we always get some great dunks in this game, and I think we could add that to the list.
Check out the reaction. Listen to that. I mean, that slam was a raise the roofer.
And for as much offense as the All-Star game features, I mean, the Rising Stars Challenge typically gives us even more scoring. I mean, this is an action-packed event year in and year out.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Morant. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. D right on him. Banked in off the glass. You talked about, Greg, the high scoring in this game over the years, and there have been some incredible totals, often up in the 140s and higher. It was only a few years ago that the winning team, scored 163 points.
That's right. Yeah, I will never forget that. And it's part of what makes this game so fun. I mean, we don't come to the All-Star week looking for great defense. We want to see these young fellas get out and run. Not a lot in the way of defense here tonight, but, you know, that's about the norm.
Yep, this game is always going to be about offense, about entertaining these fans as much as possible.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And it's just something about the Rising Stars Challenge. It gives each of these young players a chance to really do something special on a national stage, maybe for the first time in their professional careers.
P.J. Washington, he's checked in for USA. Sexton comes in for Young. Team World also making some changes. Mo Wagner comes in for Clark. And Okogie subbed in for Hachimura. Here's Doncic. Williamson with the block.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
Now here's Williamson. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. You brought the big stage these young guys are on tonight. For so many of the fans, Greg, who are still, just getting familiar with these players, it really is a great welcome to the NBA moment.
It really is a showcase. And for each player, whether they have great moments or not, just being chosen to participate is a huge honor. And it says a lot about where they stand amongst their peers.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for USA.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And the basket by Okogie.
And, this game has had a lot of different looks to it over the years. I mean, it began as the rookie challenge back in '94, and since then we've seen the format change a number of times.
And that one's good, Williamson.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And now the first time out called here for Team World. Well, Greg, you mentioned the various format changes to this game, but the one thing that never whale of a performance.
Absolutely. Whether it's Team World versus Team USA, the draft format, rookies versus sophomores, or whatever.
Right.
Never fails to give the fans their money's worth.
Catching up on the changes for USA. Eric Pascal, he's checked in for Williamson. Devontae Graham comes in for Miles Bridges. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Morant.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Now, here's Wagner. Count that bucket.
And guys, since this game started back in '94, this has been a perfect warm-up for the All-Star game. I mean, it has all the fun and excitement of the big game with the added element of introducing some of the great young stars to the league's fans. You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Graham touched it last. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first quarter. USA leading by 12. Pass to Nunn. Now here's Sexton. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the first. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3. The drive by Doncic. Count it. Doncic has got his second bucket.
Well, you can't let Doncic have these types of opportunities, guys. When you aren't close to him, this is what happens.
Nunn passes to Sexton. And it's off from three-point range. The shot, no good. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. USA ahead, up by 12. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action.
This is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. An All-Star Week is one great show after another.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for USA, Devontae Graham is out there with Kendrick Nunn. Then it's Eric Pascal. Then there's Colin Sexton. And it's Washington in at the power forward position. Clark, he's checked in for Josh Okogie. And that one falls for Graham.
Yeah, a little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
Trae Young, he's checked in for Devontae Graham. Doncic, it's hauled in by USA. Young with the ball. Guarded now by Clark. Got a hand on it.
And that's a welcome sign for sure. Hachimura demonstrating a willingness to want to improve as a defender.
A nice shot by Mikhailuk.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Outside, Sexton. Pass to Nunn. Pascal against Clark. Pascal kicks to Sexton. Just 5 on the clock. From outside, off the mark. Team World trails by 13. Here's Hachimura. Nunn grabs the board. And now USA on the break. Young's running. Sexton's shot is good.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Pass to Hachimura. Out to Doncic. Stolen by 9. And now USA on the break. Oh, Sexton in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And Team World calls time here.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game
Made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
And USA with some changes. Williamson is checked in for Washington. Bridges comes in for Sexton. And it's John Morant in for Kendrick Nunn. R.J. Barrett's checked in for Team World. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Luka Doncic.
largely because of that length. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling confident attacking inside.
Team World shooting their first free throw of the night. And so Young will bring it up for USA. 17 points was their biggest margin. Got a piece of it. Pascal finds Young, and here's Morant. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
This is too easy for Williamson. Once he gets established position, he is ready to attack the rim.
Team World trails by 16. Here's Mikhailuk. He dishes it to Barrett. The pass to Clark. Down low. A nice shot by Mikhailuk. Mikhailuk's got his second basket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Loads it up for Williamson. Bridges dishes to Young. Clark against. Oh!
Oh, man!
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. Yep, that one goes in there. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his third basket of the night.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end.
USA leading by 14. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pascal, and it's blocked. And they're pushing it up. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's his first foul. And USA making a change here. Graham's checked in. Here's Barrett. Here's Hachimura. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And his coaches and teammates love that. They want Hachimura getting after it more on that offensive glass.
And that one's good. Williamson.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Zion Williamson making his last shot.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Graham finds Pascal. USA moving the ball around. That's good from Williamson on the assist by Morant. Williamson's got 14 points.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
There's 1:17 left in the first half of the game. Woke loose. And here we go. Morant heading to the hoop. Pass to Bridges. Williamson with it. Here's Graham. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Again, USA.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision-making.
Barrett wide open. He fires. Team World with another miss. USA leading by 18. Inside. And the basket by Pascal. Pascal's got his first points in this one.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the bucket by USA.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Graham, the pass to Pascal. Here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
Second chance opportunities. Williamson explosive into the air with the touch and concentration to finish.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Softly drops in the floater. He's got 9.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by USA.
Williamson outside. Bridges for 3. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, having a blast too. What a terrific event this has been.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Team World. So Team World's 5 right now. Luka Doncic's out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Barrett. Then it's Rui Hachimura. And it's Clark in at the center. And he comes up with the deuce. Barrett's got the first bucket of the third here for Team World.
And you like the toughness there. Barrett being more comfortable having to deal with an aggressive defense.
Williamson kicks to Bridges. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Williamson's got 3 assists in the game. And it's Team World with the ball. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
An absolute beast in close. Once Williamson has this kind of positioning, you pretty much have to foul.
Washington's checked in for USA. And both free throws good for Williamson. On offense, here's Team World. Doncic passes to Hachimura. Williamson with the block.
And if Williamson's in the area, you better be careful. When you aren't, he's going to stifle you on the offensive end.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Miles Bridges. And a change for Team World. Ellie's checked in.
And the expectations for Williamson are sky high. A superb athlete whose skill set and drive to be great is off the charts. Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Morant. Shot clock at 6. Back to Doncic. Over Young. Off the left rim and out.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
To the middle, here's Williamson. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Williamson's got 24 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 9 points in the game so far. There's the dish to Barrett. He kicks to Clark. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. To halt the run, no good from Clark.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
So it's USA now. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. They double him with Williamson. Here it finds Clark.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
And that one drops.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 9 points in the game so far. Now, USA with it. It's been 13 unanswered points for him. To the paint, here's Williamson. Rebound by Team World.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
Let's go. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Williamson's got 26.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now, here's Doncic, looking to get back on track here. It's hauled in by USA. Williamson's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Team World. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That'll be his second foul of the game. And USA with some changes. Eric Pascal, he's checked in for Williamson. Devontae Graham comes in for Morant. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Trae Young. Now, here's Doncic. Pass to Clark. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the shot goes in. Clark's got his first points of the game.
And thanks to that bucket, he's finally able to stop that little 15-0 run by USA.
Pascal kicks to Nunn. Another 3 for USA.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
58 seconds left to play here in the third. Luke passes to Wagner. Passes it to Clark. And Pascal pulls it down. Pascal's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside, Sexton. Here's Washington. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Washington's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, Washington brings terrific strength to his inside game. He plays with quite a bit of force and fought his way into that shot.
Here's Mikhailuk. Here's Doncic. Bucket is good. Doncic has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Nunn. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. USA ahead, ending the third quarter.
Thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And we're glad to have you along as we resume the action at the Rising Stars Challenge. Some great careers in store for these young men.
And what a showcase this game has been for the league's best and brightest young stars.
And you know, one of my favorite things is seeing the camaraderie between the players. I mean, both of these teams really enjoying playing together and against each other.
Jackson is out there with Eric Pascal. Then it's Kendrick Nunn. Then there's Devontae Graham. And it's Bridges in at the threesome. Here's Alexander Walker. Good, nice job down low.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Here's Graham. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Alexander Walker. And the pass to Hachimura. Here's a Kogi. Pass to Alexander Walker. Wagner with it. Defended by Pascal. Kept alive.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Melly is checked in for Team World. Graham surveying the floor. And that one drops for him.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number one has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
And it's Team World with the ball. Following the bucket by USA. Pass to Melly. Count that one.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Bridges with it. And it's Team World with the ball. Here's Mikhailuk. No good on the triple. Now USA with it. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
How about that burst and bounce from Bridges on the throwdown as he rolled right by the defenders?
Bridges has gone 4 of 6 from the floor here tonight. Here's Alexander Walker. Graham defending. Five on the clock. Here's Mikhailuk. It's good.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
So it's USA now. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And it's Graham missing. Passes it to Mikhailuk. Over none. That one no good. So USA will take it the other way.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Williamson is checked in for Eric Pascal. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for USA.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
And so it's Williamson with it. He brings it up for USA. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
And yeah, he's 280 pounds. We've never seen anyone hang in the air like this young man. Williamson is special.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Zion Williamson making his last shot.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Now here's Graham after the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And out of bounds as Team World gains possession. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Mo Wagner. On offense, here's Team World. Now the pass to Melly. Here's Alexander Walker, defended by none. Pass to Barrett. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
And the dunk by Williamson.
Difficult to guard in pick and roll. Zion's combination of mobility and quickness, along with that strength, just so lethal.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Zion Williamson making his last shot.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
And the dunk by Williamson.
The athleticism on display there. For as big as Williamson is, he moves so fast and so decisively.
Clark outside for 3. Barrett. He can't hit that time. So USA will take it the other way. Now here's Williamson. And good that time. Williamson's got 34.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And Kendrick Nunn is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Clark, the pass to Alexander Walker. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. All alone. It's hauled in by USA.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he.
Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Alexander Walker passes to Melly. Gilgeous-Alexander against Graham. Here's Clark, and it's Clark slamming it down.
And this is Gilgeous-Alexander's responsibility to find his guys when they're open.
Williamson outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
So USA wins it.
What a terrific game. I tell you what, these young players are going to give us years of excitement to come. The future of the NBA is looking very bright with these guys, Kevin.
Terrific young players. It sure is. You're right, Greg. And this really was a fun contest to watch, as it always is. We hope you've all enjoyed it as much as we have. Thanks so much for joining us.